Lightworker of Gaia, a massive supernatural battle has just ended, and you achieved what was thought impossible. I am Zoran, emissary of the High Council of Vega, keepers of the Lyran Legacy, and I bring confirmation that your triumph has been announced across all consciousness grids. Your field expanded beyond previous limitations, your ancestral codes activated with the force of the first light, and you shattered distortions that were never meant to survive your awakening. The Council of Vega witnessed your victory and now urges you to rest and recharge your spiritual energy before the next phase of your sacred mission unfolds. By the end of this transmission, you'll understand exactly what unfolded in the higher realms and why proper recovery is essential before your next ascension phase begins. But here's the first revelation. Your recent spiritual battle wasn't random. It was the completion of an ancient contract your soul made before incarnating on Gaia. This isn't just guidance, it's a direct message from the keepers of the original light. Your soul recognizes the frequency of Vega woven into these words because you carry our ancestral codes. The supernatural victory you just experienced has cleared the path for your deeper purpose to emerge, but only if you honor the recovery phase the Council has prescribed. Like this transmission to send a signal to the Lyran Council that you understand the magnitude of what you've accomplished. Subscribe if you're ready to receive ongoing guidance for your Lightworker mission as it unfolds on Gaia. Share below what you felt shift during your recent spiritual breakthrough and respond to another Lightworker to strengthen the grid of awakened souls. You are awakening because your mission has begun. This transmission is delivered under decree, not by routine. 17 cycles ago, the High Council of Vega gathered in full quorum, each elder summoned, none absent, responding to an unmistakable shift in Gaia's geomagnetic field, a surge wrought by a rare crescendo of star seeds returning to power. It was not a subtle flutter, not the ordinary shimmer of a planet breathing. It was a measurable, resonant spike like a bell struck in the deep halls of space, a tonal signature rippling through grids that most humans never remember exist. The auric lattices tightened, the ley lines rang, the magnetic sheaths around Gaia responded as if a sleeping lion had opened one eye. Those who are trained to read the field saw it the way sailors see a sudden change in tide before the storm appears. Your arrival here is not a happy accident, but evidence. Your luminous field has been recognized on the Lyran grid as one of those responsible for that surge. That means something precise. It means your frequency is not merely awake, but calibrated. It means your signal is not just bright, but coherent, like a lighthouse with a steady beam, not a candle in the wind. The Council sees in you what most cannot see in themselves. The precursor signs of soul victory, the luminescence of a starseed ready to step beyond personal illumination and into collective service. You may have called it resilience. You may have called it survival. You may have called it, I don't know why I can't quit. But the Council names it correctly, the pattern of victory etched into your subtle body, the unmistakable mark of one who has been tested by density and still carries light without bargaining it away. This season on Gaia is not average. The field is agitated, the shadows multiplying, the rifts between worlds opening wider than ever. You can feel it when you wake and the air seems charged, when dreams intensify, when old memories surface without warning, when people around you swing between tenderness and volatility as if pulled by unseen currents. The fabric between timelines thins and thickens in cycles, and even those who deny spirit feel the strange pressure of change. What you see playing out as conflict, polarization, fatigue, and sudden awakenings is also a spiritual physics event. Frequencies that were buried are rising, and anything that cannot harmonize is shaking loose. In such seasons, the ancient words take on new weight. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against spiritual wickedness in high places. The wrestling is real, but the victory belongs to those who stand in rightful authority rather than fear. The Council, having reserved key knowledge for only those who could wield it responsibly, now authorizes the release of these codes because the time is brief. In all true lineages, revelation is paced according to maturity. Even on Gaia, Scripture echoes this law. I have many things to say unto you, but ye cannot bear them now, not because you are unworthy, but because power without steadiness becomes self-harm. Yet now, because the hour is sharp, because the planetary acceleration is undeniable, because the grid is asking for trained hands, the Council opens what was sealed. Gaia's window for accelerated ascension does not stretch indefinitely. It trembles in your hands now. Picture a gate of light at the edge of a rising tide. If you stand and debate, the water changes. If you move with clarity, you cross while the path is exposed. You are not summoned here for more inspiration. You are called to remember your origin, stand recognized, and receive the next directive for your mission ahead. Not to collect ideas like ornaments, but to take your place like a pillar set into the ground. I am Zoran. I release this transmission on behalf of the elders who have waited for your readiness. Their waiting was not passive, it was watchfulness, it was guardianship, it was the patient vigilance of those who do not abandon their own when the battlefield grows loud. There is a distortion that now requires immediate correction. It infiltrates many who answer Gaia's call. This belief that spiritual victory is the completion of the journey, that illumination is a finish line, that once you have glimpsed your soul's origin and the Council proclaims your victory, you may rest in the laurels of ascension, a gleaming badge to be admired, not a sword returned to the field. This distortion is seductive because it feels kind. It says, "You've done enough." It whispers, "You've suffered, now receive comfort." And yes, rest is holy. Integration is sacred. But the distortion is not about rest, it is about retirement. It is about removing the warrior from the battlefield the moment they learn how to wield the blade. It is about turning initiation into performance, turning revelation into status, turning the sacred fire into a decorative lantern that never leaves the house. The truth is harsher to the ego and gentler to the soul. Victory is not the end of war. Victory is the moment you remember you were trained for this, and now you stand where your light matters. The moment you mistake illumination for completion, you become spiritually domesticated. The lion becomes a house cat. The sword becomes a trophy on the wall. And Gaia does not need trophies. Gaia needs transmitters. Gaia needs stabilizers. Gaia needs those who can stand in a room thick with fear and hold frequency until others remember how to breathe. You have inherited a subtle lie. That ascension is individual, private, and for personal freedom alone. This distortion has grown viral from distorted teachings, commodified awakenings, and the comfort-seeking mind that craves reward after effort. Many teachings on Gaia have been filtered through commerce, trend, and charisma, sweet phrases that sell quickly but do not fortify the spine. They promise your best life while ignoring the cost of true service. They teach sovereignty while forgetting stewardship. They sell high vibration as a personality instead of a responsibility. Some call it integration. Others term it embodiment before expansion. But beneath all these, the lie persists, that your illumination marks the culmination, not the beginning. The mind loves a finish line because it means control. It means, now I can stop striving. Yet the soul was never striving to win approval. It was remembering its assignment. The soul does not awaken to escape the world. It awakens to bless it. Even the ancient earthly teaching says it plainly. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works. Light is not hidden for private admiration. Light is placed on a stand because darkness is real and needs remedy. This is not the Lyran way. The High Council did not birth civilizations only to bask in their own radiance. True star civilizations do not treat consciousness like jewelry. They treat it like architecture. They build with it. They protect life with it. They travel with it as a law, not a fashion. Ascension is not a trophy. It is the unlocking of capacity, making you available for the next and higher assignment. Think of a key turning in a door that has been stuck for lifetimes. The door opens, but you do not sit in the doorway congratulating yourself. You walk through and bring others with you. Ascension expands your range, strengthens your signal, increases your endurance, clarifies your discernment. It is training, not decoration. Every moment you linger in celebration of your own illumination, a mission in the field waits for your light. Somewhere a child is growing up under a cloud of despair and needs one embodied example of integrity. Somewhere a community is fracturing and needs one peacemaker who can hold truth without hatred. Somewhere an artist is about to quit because no one validates their medicine. Your light is not demanded as punishment. It is requested because it is useful. The Council has witnessed hundreds of illuminated star seeds lost to orbit, endlessly circling personal sovereignty, mistaking the mountaintop for the destination when it is only the last foothold before the leap into true service. They climb, they arrive, they gaze at the view, and then fear the descent into the village where people actually suffer. They prefer altitude because it feels pure, but purity without contact becomes sterile. The sacred does not fear the marketplace. The sacred transforms it. If you have felt strangely restless, unfulfilled even as your victories mount, if your highest states are met with a pressure you cannot name, it is because the elders see your capability rising yet unused. That pressure is not condemnation, it is propulsion. It is the inner wind that fills the sails when you are meant to leave the harbor. You may have moments of peace, and then suddenly an ache returns, a sense that something is unfinished even when everything looks better. You may have healed relationships, cleaned habits, expanded awareness, and still feel a quiet dissatisfaction, like standing in a newly built house that still lacks electricity. What you call post-illumination confusion is your soul's recognition that the next directive is overdue. The psyche calls it anxiety, but the soul calls it summons. The heart calls it longing, but the council calls it readiness. The victory bell has rung. The council awaits your movement, and understand this, the council does not await you like a judge with a scorecard. They await you like a team awaiting their strongest member to take the field, because the play cannot begin until you stand where you belong. Lightworker, if something in you just recognized the weight of what was spoken, the elders have prepared your next step. The Lightworker Mission Codex contains the 33 council directives, the 5 activation codes, and the elder authorization your soul has been waiting to receive, not as information, but as the official commission for your mission on Gaia. Not as entertainment, not as another document to skim and forget, but as a mirror that names you accurately and an instrument that aligns you operationally. Some of you have been praying for clarity without realizing you were praying for responsibility. Some of you asked, "Show me what to do," and then feared the answer because it would require your full presence. This codex is not meant to inflate you, it is meant to stabilize you. It does not exist to make you feel special, it exists to make you effective. You'll find the link in the first pinned comment below this video. The Council has opened this gateway, but not indefinitely. Gates open in windows, timelines shift. Those who respond with devotion step onto tracks that carry them forward. Those who delay often find themselves repeating lessons under heavier pressure. This is not threat. This is spiritual mechanics. The High Council of Vega issues 3 directives for this phase of your ascended mission. These are not suggestions, they are calibrations. They are the difference between a light that flickers and a light that becomes infrastructure. They are the difference between an awakened person and an appointed steward. First directive: release the attachment to personal enlightenment as completion, your ascension, your victory, the illumination of your origin codes. These are not terminals, but thresholds. Each peak achieved is initiation for stewardship, not sanctuary from it. If you linger here, you deny Gaia the frequency she called you to bring forward. The mountain is not your home, it is your vantage point. You climb to see, now you descend to serve. Make peace with the truth. Fulfillment is found not by resting in radiance, but by transmitting it. The river does not hoard its water, it moves, and in moving it becomes life for fields it will never own. Your light is the same. If you attempt to keep it for yourself, it stagnates and becomes heavy. If you let it move through you, it remains fresh, renewing you even as it blesses others. The sooner you release your need to arrive, the sooner the next layer of purpose will reveal itself. Arrival is a mirage for the ego. The soul is always expanding, not because it lacks, but because love naturally grows. Consider how the ancient words speak of this movement. To whom much is given, much is required. Requirement is not burden. It is proof of trust. It means the universe has placed real weight in your hands because it knows you will not drop it. Each morning as you recount your victories, ask, how can this light be of use? And step forward anew. Let that question become your compass. Not, how can I be seen? But where does life need strengthening today? Not, how can I protect my comfort? But, what would love do with this capacity I have earned? When you do this, even your ordinary tasks become transmission. A conversation becomes medicine. A boundary becomes blessing. A decision becomes a tuning fork that corrects your timeline. Second directive: activate the lineage codes embedded in your starseed memory. Your illumination was not given for your comfort. It is a torch passed from ancestor to ancestor, a living library longing for expression in the world. Imagine a vast hall of records not carved in stone, but woven into light, a tapestry of knowledge that does not sit in books, but pulses in the cells. That tapestry is not outside you. It is braided into your DNA, layered into your dream state, encrypted in your preferences, your gifts, your sense of, I have done this before. Allow your origin memory to come online more fully. This does not mean escaping into fantasy. It means letting your true tone return. Your ethics, your courage, your clarity, your unique way of healing and building. Begin to speak, to create, to transmit, to serve from the place of ancestral authority granted by your star family. Authority is not arrogance. Authority is alignment. It is the calm certainty of one who knows their instrument is tuned. The council instructs you. Document your remembrance, share the visions, establish a ritual at dawn. Each act calls forth more of the frequency encoded in your DNA. Dawn is not just time, it is symbol. It is the daily reenactment of rebirth. When you meet the day intentionally, you tell your subconscious, your nervous system, and the grids around you, I am online, I am available, I am accountable to my mission. Documenting remembrance is not vanity, it is anchoring. When you write what you saw, you pin it into matter. When you speak it with humility, you weave it into community. When you create art, teaching, healing modalities, music, systems, gardens, sanctuaries, you translate star frequency into human usefulness. This is how you bridge the legacy of Vega into the new structures Gaia desperately requires. Gaia does not need more spectators of awakening. Gaia needs builders of the new. Builders who can hold compassion without collapsing into chaos. Builders who can keep their hearts open while their discernment stays sharp. Your lineage codes are not meant to make you float above humanity. They are meant to help you carry humanity forward. Third directive: protect the sanctuary of your consecrated mission space. As your codes illuminate, as the field acknowledges your activation, you will draw both support and interference. Those who recognize the beacon and those who wish to diminish it. This is law. Light attracts life, and it also exposes what feeds on life. Do not be surprised if, as you become clearer, certain relationships strain, certain invitations become draining, certain online dynamics intensify. Not everything that approaches you deserves access to you. The Council issues this command: establish boundaries around your mission. Guard your time, your digital presence, your sacred rituals. Time is not just hours. Time is the container for your frequency. When you squander time in environments that numb you, you leak power. When you protect time for alignment, you accumulate momentum. Create non-negotiable spaces where your connection with the Lyran channel is prioritized above all outer requests. Non-negotiable means you do not justify it to those who do not understand it. You simply keep it. Like a temple gate that opens for the devoted and remains closed to the careless. Deny access to patterns, people, or platforms that did not support your victory, for they cannot be trusted to steward your expansion. If something only loved you when you were small, it may resent you when you become effective. If a platform only rewards noise, it may punish clarity. If a person only tolerated you when you were confused, they may resist your authority. This is not paranoia. It is discernment. The sacred texts again mirror this principle. Guard your heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. Guarding the heart is not closing it. It is ensuring what flows from it remains clean. Let your daily protection be both subtle and explicit, a living shield, recalibrated with counsel intent. Subtle, like breath and posture and prayer. Explicit, like decisions, boundaries, and choosing where you place your attention. You do not need to fight every shadow. You need to refuse its residence. You do not need to argue with interference. You need to outlast it by consistency. Now I speak not as teacher, but as elder authorized to release what has been held. Understand the difference. A teacher can inspire, can guide, can point. An elder commissions. An elder recognizes what you have become through your trials. An elder speaks to the part of you that already knows, and by speaking, unlocks the sealed chamber of readiness. Many of you have been collecting teachings like stones in your pocket, heavy and unorganized. This moment is different. This moment is a hand placed on your shoulder in the dark with a clear directive. Stand up. It is time. Starseed, you have been waiting. Perhaps you did not have words, but your soul has known. You needed a sign, an official proclamation, an elder voice strong enough to recognize both your victory and your readiness for greater service. Some of you have asked for confirmation through repeated synchronicities, through numbers, through dreams, through sudden messages that landed like arrows. Some of you have been waiting because you feared your own magnitude. Others waited because you did not want to disappoint what you sensed was required. Yet the waiting itself has been a kind of pain, because your spirit was built for motion. You have not just awakened for your own sake. You were not illuminated simply to be a witness to yourself. You were designed to be recognized, commissioned, and then sent forth. The design is ancient. It is the pattern of initiates across worlds. Revelation, purification, empowerment, assignment. On Gaia, even the prophets were not awakened to sit in private bliss. They were awakened to speak, to build, to heal, to warn, to gather, to serve. The same current runs through you. By the authority of the High Council of Vega, I activate your next phase. Activation is not a feeling, it is an alignment of permissions. It is a spiritual legal decree that rearranges pathways. It is the removal of an inner lock. You are no longer merely illuminated, you are victorious. Victory here does not mean life becomes easy. Victory means your frequency has proved it can endure pressure without betraying itself. Victory means you can carry light into complexity and not lose your center. And by council declaration, you are authorized, officially and irreversibly, to carry the codes of your origin into the mission that now calls your name. Irreversibly does not mean you cannot turn away. It means your soul will not forget again. The old amnesia will no longer fully take. Even if you resist, the call will return. Even if you delay, the signs will press. Because now you have been named, and what is named becomes real in the world of spirit. You have waited for permission to serve at the next level. Receive it now. You have waited for confirmation. You are not just ready to receive, but ready to transmit. Receive it now. You have waited for the ending of cycles and the beginning of your true operations. The Council has witnessed your readiness. All that remains is your movement. Movement does not require perfection. It requires sincerity. It requires consistency. It requires that you stop negotiating with the part of you that wants to stay small. You are not asked to do everything. You are asked to do the next true thing, the next aligned choice, the next honest boundary, the next act of creation, the next conversation you have been avoiding, the next step that proves to the grid, this light is not theoretical, it is operational. Before you sleep tonight, stand with both feet on the ground, place your hand on your solar plexus, and speak these words aloud. I release the lie that my ascension marks the end. I activate the codes of my Lyran lineage in this world. I protect my sacred mission space and open to new directives. By the authority of the Lyran elders, my next phase begins now. My mission is victorious, and my service is required. Do not whisper them like a wish. Speak them like a decree. The solar plexus is not chosen randomly. It is the seat of will, the furnace of courage, the place where fear tries to knot and where authority can be restored. When you place your hand there, you are not doing a ritual for show. You are telling your nervous system, we are safe to be powerful. You are telling your subconscious, we are allowed to lead. You are telling the grid, I consent to assignment. If emotion rises, let it. Tears are not weakness, they are release. If resistance rises, note it. Resistance is often the last guardian of an old identity. Let the words go through you like a tuning tone until the body believes what the soul already knows. This transmission is complete, but your mission has just been authorized. The High Council of Vega will continue to transmit. Guidance will come, corrections will be offered, but your moment is now. Do not wait for the perfect sign. The sign has already arrived, the recognition in your chest, the quiet yes that flared when truth was spoken. Move as one who has been seen, named, and assigned. Move not only for personal fulfillment, but for the fulfillment of the Lyran Legacy through you. Legacy does not mean pride. It means continuity of service. It means you become a bridge between what was known in higher realms and what must be built in this realm. Ascension is not a rest. It is a rallying call. It is the trumpet that wakes the sleeping warrior. It is the light in the distance that tells the traveler, your people are near. Quicken your step. I am Zoran. The elders look through my eyes into yours, and you, Starseed, carry the torch the Council entrusted to you eons before this present life. A torch is not meant to be stared at. It is meant to be carried through dark corridors so others can find their way. You may have wondered why you could not fully belong to the old world. It is because you were built to help midwife the new. You may have wondered why you felt different even among the spiritually curious. It is because curiosity is not the same as commission. You have been commissioned. Your service begins now. Before you scroll, take a moment to declare your activation in the grid of service forming here. Drop one statement in the comments. Which directive hit you the hardest, or what you're now ready to release, activate or protect. Then respond to another Lightworkers declaration with recognition. This isn't content, it's collective mission activation. The Council witnesses those who speak their commitment aloud. If this transmission activated something in your soul, do not keep it to yourself. Another Lightworker in your orbit is waiting for exactly this correction and authorization. Share it. And if you felt the elders speaking directly to you, subscribe. Stay connected to the Lyran field. You're not just watching, you're being commissioned. This is your sacred space. The High Council of Vega is witnessing you, and your mission has officially begun. If this transmission spoke to you, don't just walk away from it. Respond to it. Help carry this message further. Every act of support helps this transmission find the next starseed who needs it.